stupid, but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. 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 Yeah.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Five yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
The Giants at 6-4 now on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, check, check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley
To about the 26 here.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, Love. Throw left side complete. That's done. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
From the 41, Lance. Open man right side is Tony. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready? Watch the run, watch the run. Check 9, check 9. Hey, switch gears. Ready, go.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check my 33, check my 33.
Throwing now is Lance.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Lance going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Following the interception, Love. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Love looking to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action this time with Love. Buying time to his left. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. We're scoreless after 1. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lance. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ultra. Go ultra. Check 43. Check. Lucky. Deuce. Check. Ready, go.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Love, they go play action now. This one swung out here to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Love. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Play fake. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now a first down throw complete downfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Switch. Check 13. Check 13. Tighten up. Switch.
Hey, go Fury. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 3-yard line.
Come on, set. Black 40.
Watch the pass. Whip. Watch the whip.
Another try for Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Love to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, check Mega.
He's coming. Double up.
Ready, go.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton.
64 yards as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off, but so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38.
Love going to give this one to Jones. 58 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw now, here's Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it, and an opportunity missed. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Check three. Alert flare.
To throw, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Check nickel. Check. Alert 3.
Ready, go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. An inside give to Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 36, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Love. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Love now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll try the right side with Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Switch.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check line 33. Check line ultra. Go ultra. You ready? No.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check line 33. Check line 33. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Slam. Check.
Barkley, inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Here's Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Check safety.
Hey, full field.
Crash. Check 99. Check 31.
Ready, go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Lance with a first throw in overtime.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 118 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Here we go. Right, set 33.
Ready, go.
From the 31, Lance being chased out left. That ball caught by Slayton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
10 more there and another first down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Jumper.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Yellow, zoom. 33. Watch the screen. Hey, check
Lance looking to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.